Welcome, Bernard, Fanning and Paul Dempsey! They're pumped, we're pumped, welcome. Now, we can see where Fanning Dempsey came from, but what's the go with National Park?
It was the most pompous name we could come up with.
We threw a few around. There was electrical company, pool supplies, just, something so that it wasn't just Bernard, Fanning and Paul Dempsey. It had to be something bigger.
Now, it's been a couple of years since either of you have released new music. How are you feeling?
Great, I'm excited. 7 years for me since I've put out a record, so it was good. Paul gave me a kick up the bum, said, get going.
What about for you? How long has it been for you?
The last Something for Kate album was 3 years ago.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So you do still get a rush? Or is it like, I know this feeling? What is it?
You definitely get a rush. It's exciting. But this is more exciting because it's new, it's different, for both of us. So.
And it's changed so much as well in the last 30 years, but in particular in the last 5 to 10 years, it's changed the way that people consume music and get to hear it and all that sort of thing. So that's pretty different. Lots of social media stuff and all that stuff as well.
I just want to go back about 25 years. So you guys were both in bands that were just, straddling the music scene as these colossus, these giants. Did you ever think you'd do something together at that moment?
Well, we did plan it then.
Are you serious?
It's been a really long time.
Like a primary school time capsule.
The ultimate
It's out in 25 years.
Was there competition back then between you guys?
No, not really. That wasn't really the thing. I mean, Powderfinger and Something for Kate we worked out 75 shows together or something like that over the years. A few national tours, gigs overseas as well. So we got to know each other really well and been friends ever since.
Was there a part of it you're looking at other members of the band going, I'd love to play with him, I'd love to play, or is it like...
Darren from Powderfinger wanted to be in Something for Kate the whole time. He would take any opportunity to get up on stage with those guys. So.
And he did play with us a couple of times.
Yeah.
So is it tricky having two front men in one band? And couldn't you afford two mics, by the way, when you were doing that thing?
We're still waiting to have a really intense argument. It just hasn't happened yet.
You two look like you'd never disagree about anything.
Well, we haven't yet, but we're working on it.
But hang on, what exactly is going on? Is this like a duel where you're staring at each other off to see who prevails?
It's a sing-off, yeah.
Yeah, we do this most of the time. That's when we're not on TV, that's what we just do at home anyway.
That's such a great image.
Just stand around a mic and yell at each other.
Now, Chris Hemsworth posted about your new track today, which is amazing. Do either of you know him, or is he just a fan, or both?
No, I know Chris.
Yeah?
I live in Byron Bay as well, so we're family friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at your smile.
I know.
Yeah, family friends.
Well, our kids go to school together.
Oh,
Wow!
It is Byron Bay, after all.
Yeah. There's only one school.
I just want to go back, going back to kind of 20 years ago, is there a song that, you kind of think, I wish I'd written that, or I wish I could sing that you look at each other's kind of track lists and covet?
There's whole albums
Several.
of Something for Kate that I would love to have been a part of.
Yeah.
I mean, Paul's lyrics in particular have always been really interesting and a different kind of take on relationships, I guess, and also lots of dorky science stuff and that as well, which is really original, So I've always been a really big admirer of Something for Kate.
now you have to say something nice. That's the way it works.
I mean, Bernard's kind of hit the nail on the head there. My lyrics can be a bit obtuse and a bit cryptic, but I think Bernard just has this ability to write these songs that are just so universal and just have such a simple, strong, clear message. I think a song like These Days, I've said this to Bernard before, I think that song is it's like, Imagine or something. Yeah. It's just so pure in its intent and it's just beautiful.
And perfectly distilled.
Yeah.
But you know what this means? Obviously you have to go on tour now because you can perform this new stuff, but then you get to do the...
We're going to get the wingsuits made first.
What an entrance.
A bit of red lycra is what you need.
Yeah.
I understand also you travelled to, Norway and San Francisco to record this. I mean, was that necessary or is this just a holiday?
Was any of this necessary?
Probably not.
It's
No, we were both going to be in England at the same time for different purposes, and we went and met with the producer there. And I sent Paul a message as a joke, showing him a photo of a studio in Norway, which is right on the Atlantic coast. And I said, "Hey, let's go here and record," as a joke. And he just wrote back, "Yep."
It's those obscure lyrics. Obviously, it's very hard to decode.
That's how the magic is made. You can stream their new track, Disconnect, now. Please thank Bernard Fanning and Paul Dempsey.